Barak Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled A Man's World, Profession of Men. Lord, will you are edified. This video was inspired by a video I received from Rataza Amath, a brother from GMS London's camp. Okay, this video will be used for fair use purpose only.
So 100,000 women went on strike today in Iceland to demand gender equality. The entire population is 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike. And men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality, but I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some done, end quote.
Those are great numbers. I am astonished.
And this incident proves what? It's a man's world, okay? And to be frank with you, the elite allow women to work to tax both genders, okay? Now, let that been 100,000 men that went on strike, and guess what? That city would have stopped in its track, because you need men to maintain the world and not women. Professions of men. And again, all right, this incident supports what I'm saying. Ecclesiasticus 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man comes by opportunity of leisure, because he has time. And he that has little business shall become wise, because he has time. Verse 25. How can he get wisdom that holds the plow, and that glories in the gold, that drives oxen and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? He gives his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. Okay, so this man is invested, okay, spirit and body in his profession. Verse 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that labors night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. Verse 28. The smith also sitting by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wastes his flesh. So just like a football player and a basketball player that sacrifices his body for the game, so does the smith sacrifices his body for his profession. Our case example: the vapor of the fire wastes his flesh, and he fight with the heat of the furnace. Okay, so he is sacrificing his body for his profession as well. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still, fully concentrated. A single eye, meaning a single mind. So this work, or the work of his hands, can be created on the pattern of the thing that he makes. He sets his mind to finish his work, and watch to polish it perfectly. so does the potter sitting at his work and turns the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work and makes all his work by number. Verse 30. He fashions the clay with his arm and bows down his strength before his feet. He applies himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Meaning what? These men have a great skill set within their profession. Without these, cannot a city be inhabited? Again, let there been 100,000 men in today's time, okay, that went on strike, that city would have stopped instantly. It's a man's world. And they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. Verse 33. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. So, although they're not well known based on their profession, right? They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. Verse 34. But they will maintain the state of the world. So without these professions of men, such as the smith, the carpenter / workmaster, and the potter, the state of the world cannot be maintained. Okay? Professions of men. Okay? It takes men to develop and maintain the city and the world, and not women. Women have their roles, and men, we have our roles. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. Okay? They're fully focused on their profession. Okay? And the video that I used, okay, for this lesson supports. They will maintain the state of the world. Okay? So without these professions of men, a city cannot be developed and the world cannot be maintained. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.